Midnight quiet. David lies awake beneath the amber lamp, tracing the ceiling while doubts gather. He remembers Sarah's midnight exits and resolves that the next one won't pass unanswered. David studies the bathroom door in memory, the lamp's glow turning inquisitorial. He listens to the house, breathing the hum, the ticking, and Sarah's steady sleep beside him. Trust trembles beneath suspicion as David decides, tomorrow's midnight will not slip away. Morning light enters as David resolves to shape the day around tonight's vigil. He shifts his schedule long naps now, so caffeine won't betray him later. He rehearses the house, floorboard creaks, hallway shadows, and where to stand unseen, an alibi prepared, socks laid out, phone silenced, water glass placed where she'll see. He texts Sarah light jokes and affection, masking the knot that tightens beneath. Patience coils like a spring. The bright day narrows toward night's test. Night closes in as David feigns drowsiness, facing the wall while Sarah nestles close. They trade quiet jokes and pillow talk, their breaths settling into one rhythm. The lamp clicks off, darkness deepens, and the room settles into careful quiet. Minutes tick toward 12. David keeps his shoulders loose and breath even. He listens for the telltale rustle and the soft exhale that always precedes her slipping away. Poised between love and suspicion, he waits to learn what the night has hidden. Locked at 2 a.m. Sarah studies David's face at 2 a.m., testing if he's truly asleep. She waves a hand and whispers his name, searching for any reaction. Satisfied, she eases away from the bed with calculated care. She slips through the doorway, keeping the latch quiet as she exits. The careful click of the lock seals the room around David. Silence swells as David stares at the dark seam of the door. Counting slow breaths, he rises, feet brushing the cool floor. The knob resists firm, deliberate, proving the lock is no mistake. Questions unspool faster than answers. Why lock him in, and why now? Ear to the wood, he hears only the hush of the house and his own pulse. He steadies himself, deciding which will guide him next, fear or reason. A faint, muffled moan threads the stillness. David freezes mid-breath. Heat flares behind his ribs. Anger knots with betrayal at the wrongness. He imagines pounding and shouting but swallows the impulse whole. If Sarah hides something, he needs truth. Patience becomes his weapon. He counts the intervals between sounds, retreating into the shadow to wait. Whispers in the night. David hears measured footsteps and hides his wakefulness beneath the sheets. The door creaks, Sarah slips in, and the mattress dips beside him. I know I must have sex with you. Why do you appear to me every night? David's blood freezes dead. Every night, he stares into the dark, rigid. David studies Sarah's breathing, searching for signs of trance or deceit. His gaze drifts to corners, sensing a presence just beyond sight. Minutes stretch to an hour. The ceiling seems to press down on him. He tests the boundary. One foot slides to the floor, then freezes. He listens, pipes, settling wood, a whisper that might not be his. Exhaustion pins him, eyes open, body tense, rest never arrives. Pale morning light. Sarah stirs at the stove as utensils clink too brightly. David enters, jaw tight. Sarah, we need to talk. What were you doing last night? Who were you talking to? She stammers, gaze skittering. I don't know what you mean. David holds his ground, fury and fear mixing, the dead linger between them. Bound to the apartment, David blocks the narrow kitchen doorway, demanding the truth Sarah keeps hiding. The spatula slips from Sarah's fingers and crashes onto the tile. Between ragged breaths, Sarah admits she never wanted him to know. David steps closer, his heartbeat pounding as accusations and pleas collide. The light flickers like a warning as his shadow swallows her confession. Sarah lifts her tear-streaked face and begins the story of the last 6 months. Dreams sharpened into visitations, she whispers the name, Ethan. She recounts Ethan's demand intimacy as a ritual to free him, and the threat if she refused. David wrestles with anger and betrayal, struggling to process a spirit's coercion. The room seems to listen as the draft toys, with the curtain and the TV glows cold. David declares they will leave and get help, fists clenched by the door. Sarah insists Ethan will not let them go, he is tied to this place and will follow. David steadies the picture, vowing to fight back and protect her. He reaches for the deadbolt as a sudden cold leaks through the corridor. The door swells against its frame, daring him to try as the watcher thickens. A second chance in the light. Pastor Daniel arrives. Prayers begin as the air chills and lights flicker. Daniel commands the entity to reveal itself as a taunting claim fills the room. A guttural laugh taunts. Sarah invited it, she belongs to it. Sarah collapses. David kneels by her, torn between fear and love. Pastor Daniel rebukes the spirit in Jesus' name. A scream tears the room. Silence falls. Sarah weeps with relief, as Daniel warns it may return. Weeks later, Sarah wakes screaming that he is back and will never let her go. Shaken, David seeks help from Miss Isabel, a commanding elder spiritualist. Isabel declares the spirit feeds on fear and guilt. The ritual circle is prepared. Chants rise, the air grows heavy, and the floor seems to vibrate as Sarah convulses. Isabel intensifies her invocations. Smoke thickens and the spirit's mockery weakens. With a final surge, Isabel banishes the entity. A scream, then stillness, and counts. After the darkness, a second chance. Miss Isabel, drained yet serene, declares it finished and warns them to choose love and light. She refuses payment, reminding them this was balance, not business. She counsels vigilance, love, and light, then departs into the hush. Exhausted yet relieved, they face the stillness the spirit left behind. They hold each other, naming the pain in secrecy, and choosing fragile hope. Weeks later, they unpack in a small sunlit house, choosing patience over anger. They set open communication ground rules, promising to face hard days together. Therapy becomes a rhythm he learns to support. She tends old scars. They cook simply, laugh softly, and arrange sunlit corners with green life. Day by day, trust threads through the rooms, subtle but strong.